1. TJ Watt contract standoff. Insider exposes Steelers' real concern. 2. Steelers' shocking trade inquiry. TJ Watt's future in jeopardy. NFL rumors 2024. 3. Steelers hesitant on TJ Watt extension after late 2024 performance concerns. 4. TJ Watt contract update. Will the Steelers trade their star pass rusher? 1. TJ Watt contract standoff. Insider exposes Steelers' real concern. Insider uncovers major stumbling block in TJ Watt's contract negotiations with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a remarkable tendency to find themselves entangled in one contract dilemma after another. Recently, the lengthy saga surrounding Aaron Rodgers' contract finally reached a resolution. However, the Steelers are now facing another significant contract negotiation, this time with their star edge rusher, TJ Watt. Currently, Watt is in the last year of his contract, and it is crucial for the team to either extend his deal or make a swift decision as his market value is expected to increase. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk has shared insights into why discussions regarding Watt's contract seem to be dragging on. He suggests that the Steelers are being cautious due to Watt's performance decline towards the end of last season, where he struggled to make impactful plays and accumulate impressive statistics during critical moments. "Yeah, I mean that's more the common sense around the league," Florio remarked. "Why would the Steelers be taking so long? What creates this perception of a gap? You should never compensate a player solely for their past achievements. If you do, you're setting yourself up for complications." The old saying used to be that the NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. But it's more nuanced than that. It's about what you are contributing right now and what I anticipate you will deliver in the future. That's the basis for player salaries. Players are not rewarded for their historical performance. They don't receive lifetime achievement awards. Their compensation is determined by our assessment of what they can offer this year, next year, and possibly the year after. That's the crux of the matter. While it is true that Watt did not shine in the latter part of the previous season, his extensive and successful career in the NFL has established him as one of the premier players in his position's history. It would be short-sighted for the Steelers to overlook the potential of securing a deal with him. However, there is also a possibility that the team might find greater advantages in trading him instead. Don't forget to bookmark Steelers on SI for all your daily updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers, including news, interviews, analyses, and more. 2. Steelers' shocking trade inquiry. TJ Watt's future in jeopardy. NFL rumors 2024. Here's a twist in the NFL trade saga that could leave fans scratching their heads. What if the Pittsburgh Steelers are quietly checking the market on TJ Watt, not to sell him, but to see what he's worth? Sounds wild, right? But here's where it gets controversial. The very phrase, "no intention to trade," might not mean what you think it means. Let's unpack this messy situation and why it matters more than you'd expect. The drama began when Steelers reporter Mark Kaboly made two seemingly contradictory statements within hours of each other. First, he tweeted that the Steelers have made no formal inquiries about trading Watt. Then, on a radio show, he said the team is conducting due diligence to gauge his hypothetical trade value. Confused? You're not alone. This isn't a criticism of Kaboly, it's a window into the murky world of NFL front office secrecy. Teams often talk about players without ever seriously considering a trade, and the line between exploring options and actively shopping is razor thin. But here's the real kicker: when a team says they have no intention to trade a star player, that doesn't always mean the player is untouchable. Think of it like a restaurant menu. No intention is the appetizer, but the main course could still change. For example, if the Chiefs said they have no intention to trade Patrick Mahomes, would you bet your house on them never doing it? Probably not. History shows teams with no intention have still moved stars when money or egos clash. So what's going on with Watt? The Steelers are reportedly trying to figure out what it would take to move him if they even want to. The catch? Watt is demanding a contract that could cost the team tens of millions annually. Imagine this: the Steelers might tell Watt, "No one else will match both your demands and ours." But what if Watt thinks the market will? That's where the Bengals' approach with Trey Hendrickson comes in. They let him explore the trade market, only to find no team met both sides' needs. Could the Steelers do the same with Watt? And if they do, will he walk away from $2 million a week to chase $40 million a year? And this is the part most people miss. The Steelers' due diligence isn't just about finding a trade partner, it's about sending a message. By quietly testing the waters, they're trying to pressure Watt into accepting their offer before week 1. But what if what sees through the strategy? What if the no-intention line is just a bluff? The clock is ticking. With the Steelers set to face the Jets in a high-stakes Week 1 matchup, the pressure's on. Will Watt sign a deal that keeps him in Pittsburgh, or will we see the unthinkable? Here's the question we're all asking: if the Steelers really wanted to trade Watt, would they even need to ask? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the no-intention line is just smoke and mirrors? 3. Steelers hesitant on TJ Watt extension after late 2024 performance concerns. Despite the looming presence of training camps across the league, TJ Watt's financial future remains uncertain, leaving fans and analysts alike on the edge of their seats. The star linebacker and the Pittsburgh Steelers are eager to reach an agreement on a new extension, but significant obstacles still stand in their way. Watt's absence from minicamp due to stalled negotiations suggests that the two parties are far from finding common ground. Issues surrounding guaranteed money and contract duration have emerged as critical sticking points, casting a shadow over the discussions. Although the market value for top-tier pass rushers has been established for some time, the Steelers' reluctance to commit to another long-term deal with Watt raises eyebrows. According to Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio, whispers within the league suggest that Pittsburgh's hesitation stems from Watt's performance in the latter part of the 2024 season. Despite racking up 11.5 sacks and leading the league in forced fumbles, Watt's play in crucial late-season games, including the team's wild-card loss, failed to live up to his all-pro reputation. Considering Watt's age, turning 31 in October, the decision to offer him a market-leading contract becomes less clear-cut. In 2021, the Steelers catapulted him to the top of the pay scale with an average annual salary of just over $28 million. However, that figure has since been eclipsed multiple times, with Myles Garrett's recent $40 million per season deal with the Cleveland Browns setting a new benchmark. Watt seeks to exceed Garrett's salary on his third contract with the Steelers, but the organization must carefully consider the potential decline in his productivity over the coming years. A torn pectoral muscle limited Watt to just 10 games in 2022, yet he managed to lead the NFL in sacks during the previous 2 seasons and the campaign that followed. This impressive track record will undoubtedly be a key argument in his favor during negotiations, which may drag on throughout the summer. Back in 2021, Watt held out during training camp until his contract was finalized mere days before the season opener. A similar scenario could unfold this time around, with the start of the regular season serving as a firm deadline, given the Steelers' policy of not renegotiating contracts once the season begins. The Steelers' abysmal 1-10 record in games without Watt during his illustrious career highlights his indispensable role on the team. With the franchise focused on contending in 2025, trading him away would be a shocking move. Nonetheless, the ongoing speculation regarding Watt's future will persist until a definitive agreement is reached. It remains to be seen whether General Manager Omar Khan will mirror the substantial investment made by his predecessor, Kevin Colbert, 4 years ago, or if he will leave the door open for Watt's potential departure in the 2026 free agency period. 4. TJ Watt contract update. Will the Steelers trade their star pass rusher? TJ Watt's future with the Pittsburgh Steelers is more complicated than it seems. While the team continues to navigate his contract extension, there's no sign they're even considering trading their star pass rusher. According to Mark Kaboly, the Steelers' official correspondent for The Pat McAfee Show, this raises an important question. Why would a team with the financial firepower to secure Watt's spot as the NFL's top defender hesitate to act? Watt, now 30, is in his final year of a 4-year, $112 million deal he signed before the 2022 season. Despite his status as one of the league's highest-paid defenders, he staged a holdout during training camp that summer, a move that ultimately led to a new contract making him the NFL's top-paid defender at the time. But the road hasn't been smooth. Last season, Watt's 2024 stats fell short of expectations. He recorded 11.5 sacks, 7.5 fewer than 2023, and struggled during a 5-game losing streak that ended the season. And this is the part most people miss. The Steelers are still deciding whether to push Watt to the top of the pay scale or prioritize stability. With cap space to make him the highest-paid defender in the league, the question isn't just about money. It's about vision. Will they risk a record-breaking contract to secure Watt's legacy, or will they wait and see how he performs this season? Meanwhile, the team has also made a surprising move. Rookie cornerback Jalen Ramsey took over a jersey number previously worn by another veteran. This subtle shift hints at a broader strategy, rebuilding the defense while honoring tradition. But here's where it gets controversial. Should the Steelers invest heavily in Watt, or is it better to balance the roster with younger talent? The answer may depend on how Watt fares this season. If he steps up, the Steelers might pursue a blockbuster deal. If not, they could be forced to consider alternatives. However, trading Watt is currently a distant possibility. As Cabally notes, the team is more likely to extend his contract than explore a trade, unless things go south. But given Watt's recent performance, that scenario feels far-fetched. So, do you think the Steelers should aim for the top of the pay scale or focus on stability? Let us know in the comments. This is a decision that could define the team's future.